Well, let's go straight into Rivers State and what has been happening in that particular state. Moves by 24 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly to impeach Governor Siminalayi Fubara resulted in turbulence in the state yesterday, Monday, as the governor's loyalists stormed the Assembly complex in protest against the impeachment plot. Now, this is coming after the bombing of the State House of Assembly by suspected arsonists on Sunday. The Rivers State House of Assembly on Sunday night was set ablaze over the alleged move to impeach the state governor, and it was gathered that some suspected arsonists threw an explosive into the complex around 9:25 p.m., causing a fire in the building. A section of the chamber was damaged and some properties were also destroyed. Now, the explosion at the assembly on Sunday was to prevent the lawmakers from carrying out their planned impeachment, but the men of the fire service successfully put out the fire. Now, Monday, a build-up to that occurred. The Rivers State Governor, Fubara himself, made mention of the fact that security operatives were compromised in the state, and that's because, according to his allegations, security men opened fire on him and shot at him directly. They shot at him and his convoy while he was on his way to the complexes to see what was actually going on there. Now, on social media, there are a series of videos as to what transpired between Sunday and Monday in Rivers State. So we'll start with the video of the security operatives shooting at the governor and his convoy, and then we move on to the youths of the states who are loyalists to Governor Fubara, who have come out to protest, and then we'll hear from the governor himself.
We are going to the governor. We are following governor water. We are following the governor water. We are attacking the governor of Rivers State. Governor of Rivers State under attack. Yes, the governor of Rivers State under attack. Nothing was happening to our governor. We still we stand. We still we stand. We still we stand.
All right. A bit of what has been going on in Rivers State in the course of 2 days, starting from Sunday to yesterday. Actually, according to reports, the lawmakers of the state planned to impeach the governor yesterday, Monday. And also there are allegations that the governor and his predecessor, and the person of Nyesom Wike, who is now the FCT minister, they are at loggerheads over governance of Rivers State. So, gentlemen, let's wade into this conversation. Doctor, let's talk about all this going on in Rivers State.
It's a national disgrace. Let me just put it that way. It's not about Rivers State alone. You know, the era of social media, any little thing is escalated. So what happened in Rivers State is a disaster in Nigerian's image, and vis-a-vis what we are going through right now. I think the essence of the security agencies. I don't know why it's like that. I think the security agencies should know that they are not there for an individual. They are there to protect the citizens, not individual base. When we saw that video, when he was being attacked, and by security, security agents supposed to be people that are supposed to protect lives. It was so glaring. And I keep asking myself, what exactly our security agency is all about? Because if you watch what it's like a gangsterism warfare kind of. When DSS want to arrest somebody, you see them, everybody will be as if there's a war against one individual. The same thing to ES. So I think there's a need for us to be oriented as security agencies. Let them know the actual functionality they are supposed to perform. They are not there for individuals, they are there for national service. They're not there. But unfortunately, what we've seen within this, even during the election period, you discover that the security agents are supposed to be impartial. They're supposed to be unbiased. But you see clear case biasness and every other thing for and against, and for individuals and against the citizens. I think that is one thing I don't really want to talk about.
Oh, all right.
Then the second thing I want to talk about, to talk about the politicians. They should realize that the 2023 election has opened the eyes of many Nigerians. Whatever you want to be, you want to boss anybody, it's going to be happening because the youth are really angry. And if the youth notice that somebody want to boss or want to intimidate whatever, they can fight for it, just like what we saw. That the youth are really for Barra, and they are really out for it.
Yeah.
An individual, what is it? God has blessed you. God has blessed you beyond anybody in that river state. Let me put it that way. You are the chairman. You came out from the chairman of one of the richest local government. You are made the chief of staff. You are made the governor, and now FCT. What eyes? What eyes? And that tells you the greediness of part of our politicians. They are so greedy, insatiable. Must you have power in two ways? No. And there was a video that was played when he said he's not going to do anything, become a citizen. But it's not playing out. We saw even when they came out from the meeting how they stormed. This one went that we discovered there's some kind of
animosity.
And it's not supposed to be. For the fact that you brought me to leadership does not mean you should control me. But that is the issue. I said it here the other day. The problem we have today in our national is the issue about godfatherism.
Godfatherism, okay. Well, it looks like that's how our electoral process is structured. You know, it's structured around you as an individual not being able to go through the process of being. You must come through someone who is like a godfather. But anyways, let me hear Mr. Mua's input.
Yeah, I actually wanted to start from the issue of godfatherism. You know, that has been the bane of Nigerian politics. You know, are you going to talk about the Sarakis, the Adelabus of Ibadan?
Yeah.
No, name it. Even in Anambra State, back there, Jinwood and no, it's something that I don't know whether it's a Nigerian thing, or maybe because it's a you know this culture of Africa that you must always bow to whoever that is your godfather or something. Recently Oshimole did it with what's his name, with Obaseki, and we saw the result. It's everywhere. It's just that just a while there's a silence about issue about godfatherism in the politics. But what happened in River State, like Doctor said, it's an embarrassment. It's a national embarrassment. And I was just laughing and I just tell myself, oh, again. But it was something that was actually building up in River State. I must confess, it was something that was actually building in the River State. So National Assembly need to sit up right now. Because it's not the first time. I still remember in Ekiti years back about Fayoshe when he was having issue too. You see, do you realize that just 4 years back in Edo State, only 2 or 3 members of National Assembly, State Assembly, work with the executive in that state, and nothing happened. So that's where the National Assembly need to sit up and come up with these electoral laws and things that are going to help this country. That's where our judiciary too need to sit up again and for people to believe in judiciary. Because I'm telling you, just yesterday we learned that impeachment was served, and before a speaker had been removed, before a lot of things were just happening in a country that has constitution. So now I want to put this on the table right now. You cannot imagine, let's assume that there's a state police in River State yesterday. What do you think would have happened?
I think it would have been worse than what we have.
Worse yesterday. So that's why you see, when people like us as a security consultant are advocating for what's it called? State policing. No, people are saying no because of the lack of maturity. Majority of members of State House of Assembly were handpicked. And governor, they are to support the governor, which is not supposed to be. I don't understand. It is when you read and say there's a separation of power in book, but when you see it physically in Nigeria, it's just all of them are the same. Judiciary, executive, and what's that called?
Legislature.
They are the same thing. They work here like this. It's not supposed to. There's supposed to be disagreement. Then coming to what doctor said about the police, time has come for police to understand that they are for the people, not for individual people. Guys, as long as we continue to have this, I'm grateful that people are calling on current president, because this current president fought and advocated for restructuring. I'm waiting in these 4 years. If Mr. Bola Tinubu will not do that, it will be a disaster, because we need to sit down and look at it, because a lot of things is really happening in this country that if not for the patience and the way we believe in.
Let me interject at this point. Now it looks like there's a flip in the script, because the way I understand godfatherism to be, like you are somebody's godfather, you're supposed to be like an archangel for that person. You know, like you protect the interest of that person who is more like your son, your daughter, your bloodline, whatever. But then there's a flip in the script. Your godfather can actually become your nightmare. You know, you're on the political, from what we have seen so far, not only from Rivers State but from other examples.
Patience, do you know that Fubura was the accountant general? Yeah. They said, if you read, go Google it. They are not spent 4 years even as accountant general in Rivers State. Wike brought him to to a power, despite PDP arrangement in Rivers State. You see, we can't have an emperor in a country or in a state. I mean, we can't. You see, what is happening? I still don't believe that we're in a democracy in Rivers State. No. It should not be accepted. I said yesterday that on one of my social media, I said Rivers State needs to use a local word. Okay. They need to make Rivers State collect itself from any emperor that is trying to take over that Rivers State. No. What is happening in Rivers State is unacceptable.
Richard, let me tell you, you're just fuming for nothing.
He's fuming. He's really fuming.
It's not about Rivers State. You know, when the head is rotten, the entire body is smelling. It's not about Rivers State. Take it national. You see what is happening now? Who are you to talk about certain things that are happening in national? We're already in that state, whether you like it or not. We're in the state now where one person dictates, and there's nothing you can do. Yeah, we're in a state where the constitution says you should not give more than a certain number of appointments as ministers, as somebody is doing more than that, 50 and 50 plus. We're in a state where PAs and SAS are more than even the citizens. It's happening. So it's not about the Rivers State. Even if you come to Lagos State, what happened? Take history. This is what happened. Somebody commanded this state. So it tells who governs or who not governs. And that is my problem right now. Because the issue is going to get to that extent that even when you want to be a councillor in Nigeria, you have to get approval from Abuja. No, it is. So it's not about it. And that is what is playing out. You see, what they did was just to check the waters, whether it's going to be accepted. But let's look at it from the national angle. So
a child of nobody like us can never become anybody.
You are not. That is why when you look at the recent accusation on CGI, even on the appointment of judges, Ode Nakalo and Abakuba came out openly and said that people are being appointed as judges without within the family circle. It was in the public domain. What happened? Meanwhile, before you appoint anybody, you have to put it up for people to look at those characters, ascertain and talk. Just like if you want to change your name, you put it in this paper. People will look at it and say, okay, look, this is, if you want to do a company, but this one is not done. So there's a lot of problems, and that is why when you talk about, we need, and I need to say, we need to shred 1999 constitution. As far as that constitution is concerned, we're not moving anywhere. We're not. Let's look at 2014 conference agreement, where at least up to 190 something nationalities came together to say, okay, let's see how we can patch it. You don't impose constitution on people, because that is what is happening. We're already going through that system you're talking about, where one person dictates what is happening. And if you're not careful, it's going to happen, because now judiciary you're talking about is pocketed. That what we saw. The security you're talking about
it's pocketed.
is pocketed. No, I'm not saying it. No, I'm not. It's just we are just.
You can't just say.
We are just. This is.
What happened in River State yesterday?
You can't just say.
We are using. No,
we need to stay factual.
No, we are using River State.
Go ahead, gentlemen. I'm here to make you take a step back when you overstep. Yes.
That is a state governor.
Yeah.
That have the chief of security and a police. He's stopping here now. He said it. I am not the one. He said he was shot. It's the governor that said it. So let's say he was shot at yesterday. So if this man is in charge of police, will police shot at him? No. That's what I said earlier. You can imagine us having state police in this country. It will be a disaster. Guys, we have a long way to go.
Seriously.
We have a long way to go.
But
do you hear what Ndube said? Because those are the things. What this River State is bringing a whole lot in. I didn't do it. You hear what he said on one of the national television? That is the people. That is us, that we're not holding them accountable.
Even Mechi said it.
I'm coming there. And Mechi said we should have cane, and stone politicians. What are we doing? You see, we're not saying this because we're on the table here. They themselves are saying it. But I think, someone was telling me yesterday, let me make you guys laugh. This is one part of it. He said, do you know that when we sleep in the night, there's something that is sprayed on us, so also don't go. I said,
but that's okay. But then this is a serious national issue, all right? Impeachment the world over is not an issue handled with kids' gloves, okay? So, but like the governor said in that video we played earlier, any move made by anybody that is unconstitutional will be resisted. Also, he's also asking that whoever is behind what's going on should come out and let everybody know what is his offense. Like my son will say, can I know my offense? All right, so all right, yeah.
The Constitution gave him the power to serve the chief justice of the state.
Okay, you see that question I asked?
The issue is that when you're talking about constitution or constitutionality, look at it from the angle of, who is affected?
I'm sorry, doctor, why did he sign the chief judge? Because he knew that whether impeachment gets there, even though he didn't do anything. You see, that's where we are. That's the problem. So he knew the system.
There's no separation of power.
I said it here.
If the judiciary, the National Assembly and the executive, if there is separation of power, they will not have any influence for anyone. And
do you know the new set of the new speaker, the minority? Do you know what I told the majority? He said they should go to court.
That's it.
He said, so why are we subjecting our judiciary to? It's not right. Nigeria, we need to wake up.
Let me tell you,
it's not right.
94% of all the elections we did on this 2020, 94% of it are in judiciary.
Exactly.
Judiciary are the ones that are declaring people who are going
to
why
do we vote?
Who are going to be Senate, or going to be whatever.
Doctor, so why do we vote?
Your vote doesn't matter.
So why do we vote?
No, we are just voting for our civil rights. Because up till now, I'm expecting that if it's possible in a same country, let me tell you, in the same country, INEC by now, by having 94% failure, you're talking about 6%, that's what you got in that 2023 election. 6% is a failure. In fact, you see, I don't even know what you do. You are supposed to be sacked.
Doctor.
And you see there and I'm going to conduct Imo State, Kogi State, and the same failure.
Doctor, I might not have the right.
Failure again. To go and do failure. I might
not have the right figure. Falano, respected son, this said this year alone, 2023 election, that 1,800 cases. That the highest. In the whole world.
Against INEC.
People say Nigeria.
Against INEC.
No. Okay. So what's the sense?
Of an election.
Nigeria spent billions of money for IRF. Then the same IRF right now is being saying that it does not matter.
Not just IRF, the entire budget. The entire budget. We're talking in excess of 170 billion.
And
That's
we
a
need
lot
to
of money.
speak the truth and let people know we can't continue like this.
Okay,